Just break down how the vote shaked out in the end and what you're looking for in the headlines.
Well, John, as expected, this is a hold. It's interesting that it's an 8-1 vote split. Catherine Mann going from Archhawk to Archdove, voting for a jumbo cut, and today for a hold. So completely changing her tune. But in recent weeks, she has been emphasising the need to keep policy restrictive and echoing the theme across the Monetary Policy Committee that caution needs to be the watchword here because of all of the uncertainty around tariffs and trade policy coming out of the US, and then the second round effects of that on inflation expectations and wages and prices here in the UK. It's interesting as well, Lisa, that you pointed out that growth forecast upgrade. I am sure that that is going to be very, very welcome over on Downing Street. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, preparing for her spring statement next week. And of course, growth, the Labour government's #1 priority. But as well, interesting that they've maintained that guidance that the rate path ahead is going to be gradual and careful. So not a lot of change here. No press conference today, no forecasts, and pretty much what was expected.
Lizzy, that spring statement taking place on Wednesday next week at a time when the Germans are easing fiscal policy and easing things potentially aggressively in the coming years. How much space does Chancellor Reeves have in the coming 12 months?
Put it this way, John, Britain is broke by comparison to Germany. Rachel Reeves does not have the same set of options that Germany has when it comes to increasing defence and infrastructure spending. I was speaking to her on Monday, and interestingly, we had a conversation about her headroom against her fiscal rules. She left herself a razor-thin margin back in October. That's been wiped out now pretty much because of the gilt yield moves. And she emphasised heavily, actually, the need to build up that fiscal cushion again. And that's been confirmed by our colleagues on the economics and government team, Phil Aldrich and Joe Mays, that actually she is going to leave or even build up that £9.9 billion headroom. It comes, though, from spending cuts, which for many harks back to the Conservatives. And to me, what's fascinating about that is it seems like she's more concerned about the bond vigilantes than she is about upsetting the left wing of the Labour Party.